Um, hey everyone. I am now live. What's funny is the computer person um, literally has struggled with even just doing it live. Been talking to myself, also just trying to figure it out. Uh, I and then you're gonna hear a lot. You won't hear a lot in my videos because I have been able to figure that out um to cut those out one way or another. It's I'm doing this right now and got redressed. Well, not redressed. I put a new my top back on from last night because I am not able to sleep. My mind is completely racing like you wouldn't believe. Hold on. And I actually need it. Too low FPS. The current frame rate. Okay, then raise it. Uh, please set the frame rate to 15 to 16. Okay, so how do I change it? Uh, just change it for me. My God, I got a freaking smart computer and I can't get my computer to do that for me? Shit. Why is this so fucking difficult? I'm over it now. I'm like, even doing this live is not. God, so much work. Yes, once you figure it all out, though, then it's worth it. But right now, I am struggling just because the current frame rate is too low. Please set the frame rate to 15 to 60. Okay, well, I'm trying to. Well, tell me, learn more. Learn more. Teach me, motherfucker. 1080 resolution. Don't tell me to subscribe because then you're going to want money. Resolution bit rate. That's what I want. 1080 by 60 FPS. Yes, please. Resolution 1920 by 1080. Please just fix it for me. Why are you trying to make me? Don't make me think right now, please. I am already struggling this evening. I'm only even doing live because I'm thinking people are asleep. And now you want me to literally think. My brain's not stopping now. You're trying to add to it. Like you're literally needing me to take my Adderall in the middle of this. Seriously. Give me a fucking break. Keyframe, 2 seconds. Recommended, 4 seconds. All I want is, all right. All right. How do I change my frame rate? I have no fucking clue. Actually, if you tell me learn more one more time, I may punch my computer. Uh, auto, normal, is it enabled? Uh, let's do, oh, camera records. Oh my God, obviously my voice is recording because I see that. It won't let me change anything else. So, does normal, I click normal. Nope, doesn't allow me to change. Low, nope, don't allow me to change. Oh, seriously, this free. Hey, if anything else, though, I am doing this at 5:37 in the morning. Um, praying to God you guys aren't watching anyhow. Um, so learning curve, and we all have those. I'm far from perfect, and I know that. Uh, but also, let me just state this. Well, I'm looking down there at my corner camera. I know I'm not perfect. Some people need to own that they are not perfect. let alone far from perfect. And I also need to apologize. Listen, I have learned and made more phone calls the last week and a half because of small, I mean, minuscule things that I might have said or done that could have been misconstrued and taken the wrong way. And every one of those calls, never thought of anything that I thought the way they could have taken it. So the phone calls weren't needed. Um, However, I made them because you know why? They were in my brain. In my brain with ADHD, I have so many things always happening. But when you fuck up, when you destroy a friendship, um, first off, write a letter, make a phone call. Because let me just tell you, a phone call right now at this point is not going to fix shit. But you take ownership of when you mess up. Um, I would love to take ownership of anything I've messed up in the last month, even. But let me just tell you this, I have not messed up. I have controlled myself. And even tonight, um, going to a place, well, we're not even going to start at Union Station. We're going to say, I went to the eye doctor with Mama C today, which was the last doctor visit that I went to with Mark. And I told them whatever they had to do to fix him and give him his vision because he called our place penthouse prison. But all he had was vision because he couldn't move. But do whatever you got to do to fix him. I didn't care. I mean, I would give it everything just so he could see. And what's funny is, him and I both also knew that even within that next month, he probably wasn't going to know who I was, uh, who his mom was, my mom was, who the kids were, because we had made a choice um, to do full brain radiation. And this is something I haven't talked about with people. But we made that choice because I would have done anything to keep him with me. Um, it's kind of like 51st dates. Um, but if I could have kept him here and got rid of the brain tumors, then I would have reminded him every day of who I was and what we had. And the next morning, I would have woke up and did the same damn thing. I would be so blessed if I had that. So we both were aware of the complications, or we were aware of the complications from the very beginning. But when they told us there was nothing else to do, and the last thing that could be done would be this, but he would lose who he was as a person. So we are, they're giving us like 5 minutes, right? And they would have probably given us more, but one way or another, they're giving us minutes to have a conversation. And of course, no one in our life that actually came to visit. Uh, Seeing Mark, he was the strongest, most resilient effort that I've ever known. He shows zero weakness, never cried in front of anyone, never said, "Why me?" He built everybody up. And the only time I ever seen weakness was when it was him and I, which that's what I would expect. But he was the most positive man. And even my buddy Hunter empowerment guide page, everything I'm doing now is in honor of Mark, because if anyone can go through the pain and knowing what's happening and still be as resilient and positive as he was, if I could be half the man that my husband was, then I'm going to be a good man. I know that. So I don't sleep at night just because maybe it's the holidays, maybe it's what's all happening right now, because these last few days, I know from today and this time frame, I know in exactly 15, 42 minutes, my man starts making a sound, and I say, "Honey, listen, I think you need to do a suction." And he does it, and I hear him turn his machine on. I'm not going to go into the details because no one needs to know that or relive or ever have to go through what happened after that. But then I also blame myself because I feel like I kind of tortured him because I was selfish, because I tried to save him, even though I knew he was terminal. And that's probably why I'm not sleeping, because all this keeps replaying and replaying and replaying in my head. Um, and I think, what if I didn't try? Maybe he would have went peacefully, but he was so suffering right then. And I know I did the right thing. I do, but it's still hard to live with. And I'm sorry, but listen, this is me, and I'm struggling. Uh, and it's not that I'm going to ever hurt myself or anything, but I am struggling with the loneliness, like, just, I want him to hug me, and give me a kiss, and that night, that morning, at 3:30, when I did put him to bed, when he said, "Hey, hey, darling," because he could hardly talk. "Hey, darling, I need 3 more kisses, so I sleep really well tonight." If I knew those were going to be my last 3 kisses, I would have changed so much. I'm so sorry you guys are even fucking. I'm so sorry I'm even doing a fucking live. Why? Um, I have no clue. Yeah. All right. First off, let's gather ourselves because I am Buddy motherfucking Hunter Moore. Uh, and listen, there are life lessons to be learned in all of it. I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna lie. I have zero fucking clue. Uh, what I am supposed to be learning from this, besides complete heartache, and I swear, until you lose a spouse, I do have a friend in St. Joe. I don't want to mention her name, but if she sees this, she knows who she is. Uh, that was with her husband for a very long time that recently lost. Um, but you do not understand the depth of loss of a spouse. It's not comparable to losing a parent, a brother, a friend. Uh, I am not saying those losses are irrelevant by any means because I've had every one of those. Um, but I can tell you, even me losing my dad, which was so fucking heartbreaking, and Mark and I were there for it. And us losing his dad, and we were there for and watched uh, his grandmother. We were there for. I just keep in my mind like how many losses do I have to watch in person, um, or see struggle? Um, what have I done wrong that I have to go through this? Um, but at the same time, I know I'm supposed to learn something from this, or something better for me that I'm supposed to be giving out. So maybe this guide page is it. Because seriously, some of you guys on the Buddy Hunter Empowerment Guide page, the messages, and you're not like little sentences. Uh, I'm literally getting. Let me just tell you, some of you guys can write a novel. You guys are more wordy than I am. Some of you. Um, gives me hope on what I'm doing is on a positive path. So that's my hope and my where I get strength, because I feel like if I'm doing something good with people, then I'm okay. But I'm not okay. I'm not gonna lie and say I'm okay. And I've always told you. I know I'm posting on my personal page right now because I can't post on my um, Buddy Hunter Empowerment page because I don't have enough people yet. But that's okay. You know what? It'll get there. The numbers have jumped dramatically. They're not jumping on YouTube or Instagram. But part of that also is as I'm reading and learning about all these things, because I never thought about this actually being a social thing where people are going to actually get something from. It was more me helping a smaller group. Um, I didn't know it was helping a larger group. Anyhow, um, those numbers aren't growing because the algorithm, God knows whoever comes up with this meta algorithm, um, if I don't use the right wording when it comes to hashtags or a title, it does not move you forward. And so most people will not see it unless I do enough research to see what the weekly algorithm is saying on hashtags or anything else. One way or another, it really doesn't matter because it's not about trying to just completely grow those. My thing is, I am here for anyone that does want to talk. I apologize that I am going to have weak moments, such as tonight. This is a normal night. I normally wake up by 3 o'clock, uh, 3:30, 3:32 exactly sometimes. And then I'm up until 9, and then I'll fall back asleep for an hour. And this is what my last year has been. I don't know. I don't want to call it guilt, but I call it guilt because I feel like I should have known. I feel like I should have been so aware that day of everything he was saying, of when we went to the eye doctor, and he was so heavy for me to lift back to the wheelchair. And I didn't know at that time though that, and I didn't know until he told me that evening because he was afraid to tell me. But he saw the light then. But it was me shaking his leg and yelling, "Mark, do you hear me? Damn it, Mark, are you listening?" That he came back. But he completely remembers seeing me leaning in to the eye chair to get ready to wrap my arms around him to move him to the wheelchair. Uh, but he, all he remembers is me coming in, and then there was nothing, and it was just dead weight. And all I kept thinking is, my God, why are you so heavy? I mean, I'm so used to him putting his arms around me or my neck or something, or just helping. Um, but that dead weight was a lot. And um, for a minute after, I just kept yelling, "Mark, what's going on in your eye?" Because his eyes were open. I mean, one's green and one's blue at this time because of the medicine they put in one eye. Because he had the most beautiful blue eyes. But I didn't know until that night, and I said, "You scared me today, honey," and that's when he decided to tell me. He says, um, I don't want to scare you, but I do want you to know that I did see the light." And I'm like, what do you mean you did see the light? You're talking about the eye doctor's light when they put it in your eye and you were leaning in. And he says, no, when you lifted me, he says, never mind. It doesn't matter. But he doesn't remember any of it. All he remembered was me yelling, "Please, Mark." And he came back. And I'm very thankful he did because I got to push him to the DMV and got the very last picture he ever took. And they were very, very kind and took us into a private room and let me clean him up and clean his eye up. Because he had crusty stuff. And even though one was green and one was blue, by the time we put his glasses on, you couldn't tell. And from there, then I was also, he's like, "Honey, I'm tired, just want to go lay down." I said, "No, honey." I said, "Your mom's beauty shop is right down this road, and it's in the same strip mall. And we're going to go see her." And he says, "No, no, we'll see her soon." I said, "No, honey, we're going to go, we're right here. I'm going to roll you down." How many? 8 stores, 7 stores, whatever. I don't know how many. But we're going to go see mom today. And I think if anything, I did it right. I did that right. Um, and I wrote him down, and we saw mom, and we visited for about 10 minutes, and I'm very thankful for that. And then by the time we did get home, he did take a 2 hour nap, and I fed him, and anyhow, the rest of it is just it's all a lot. It really is. It's I don't want to go into so much detail because seriously, for some of you, it's too much and it's boring. And you're thinking, oh my God, what a fucking drama queen. First off, I'm the furthest from a drama queen, uh, but I am struggling. So it is what it is. Listen, I'm learning. I am learning every day more about myself, how to get by. Um, we've always owned our own businesses, and I do thank God that I have some clients that are wanting the interior design um, aspect. I have touched base and had an offer for in-house training gig, which literally made me giggle because we owned a software training company, and they weren't even paying half of what we paid our trainers hourly. Not even half, and they wanted me to work 40 to 50 hours a week, not including the paperwork. So that was going to be an additional 10 to 12 hours. And let me just restate. They weren't even paying half of what we paid our trainers. I cannot fathom the thought of paying someone minimum wage for a training position in a corporate position. Not a very good company. I'm not going to mention them, and I'm also not going to mention the company that also mentioned to me, and I will never do this to this company. It is a company we all know. However, that mentioned to me that I should have hired someone to come in and take care of Mark, even though we moved to Houston for basically 3 months and come home for 3-4 days a month, but for 3.5 months, that I could have sent someone with him or hired someone in, so I did not have a gap in work history. The gap in my work history now is affecting me finding a job that I'm actually qualified for, but I can't be qualified for because I took a gap there. And then, of course, I've taken time since then to literally just me cope in this last year. And it has been. It's taken me a year. And I'm sure it's going to take me even some more time that I'm breaking down. But I have done 157 applications. And when you say 157 applications, back in our day, that was all handwritten. God bless, those are not handwritten now. But every one of those resumes are then altered to fit that position and reword it. And not that you are changing anything about what you've done, you reword it. And every one of those have a cover letter that is written specifically for that company. Can I tell you how damn tired I am of that? And for some company to tell me that I should have hired someone or that I have not the work knowledge shocks the living hell out of me. For a few of these companies, I'm not going to say all of them, but let me just tell you, a couple of these companies, I actually should have their jobs or hire because they're not that intelligent when you misspell words. Let me just tell you, we all got spell check on our computers. If you are sending something to me and you hadn't even spell checked it, you do not deserve your position, let alone declining me as an employee. I'm actually thankful because if that is what you're sending out, then your company's not going to make it. So God bless you. Anyhow, this has been long enough. Look, I don't even know if I'm fucking live. I'm just talking. I see this little blue bar. I've never done an actual live. I done a OBS live with two friends. So anyhow, I really do appreciate them joining into my live at that time, and I wish them both the best. And they are amazing women and very caring, and sometimes will put people before themselves. I can tell you, Jean, 100%. Let me just tell you, part of that is just being a teacher. You know, she was a teacher, a art teacher. Was always going to put someone before herself. So, anyhow, I thank both ladies for doing my very first YouTube live. And this is my first Facebook live. So, testing the waters. Don't know what the hell I'm doing. All I got is this big box in front of me that says action needed, too low FPS. So, truthfully, this may not even be going out. Don't know. Truthfully, don't care because I'm so tired. I woke up and literally put back on my shirt just so I can talk because my mind is just doing what it normally does. It's just boom, 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 boom. It races. Anyhow, thank you guys that if this is live, thank you guys for listening. I was thinking that live was going to be a little bit different for the simple fact that I thought I would see like reactions and questions or anything else. And I'm sure I'm doing something wrong. Before I do close, I do want to click on a couple things just so I'm learning. Since I do not know how this really works. Actually, I got one. La Vida. Seriously, your comment the other day, La Vida, let me just tell you, I am not going to say the BITCH, but you literally made me cry. In St. Joe, it's not like we hung out. Like, your message meant, damn you, God damn you, meant so much to me. And that you care and that you are even paying attention. I know we've grown and yes, we're much older now, but Lavita, first, I really do want to just thank you. Regina, I see your message now. the flowers, the plant you sent with the crystal cross from Mark's. Fuck. Oh, shit, I wish I wouldn't have just clicked on this tab. Uh, Regina, thank you. It was literally the most beautiful plant and glass cross I've ever seen in my life. And you didn't need to do that. I will always love you. You know that. Freaking A. Shit. I'm not supposed to be doing this. God, my damn toilet paper is running out. That's why you buy 10 boxes at a time when they're on sale. Because God knows I love me a good coupon. Oh, Leah. Let me guys just tell you about Leah real quick. So, Mark and I moved into this building, this condo, and it was very quick because Mark makes decisions quickly and convinces me, or I make a decision and I was able to convince him very, very quickly, and we never hesitated on our decisions because life moves quickly, and we know that. But we moved down here, and our friend Leah, and I am saying friend, literally was working the front desk at the time. And I'm so glad that she is retired and she's taking time for herself. However, she still keeps popping up here. Leah, take time off. Damn it. Stop. Stop coming to work and filling in for people. But Leah was such a strong support system for us, and every time we would leave for Houston or come home from Houston, I swear, it was like Leah was there, and she would come and open the doors, even though, we were able to get them. She was just there to give hugs, to give support, say a prayer with Mark, with me. My problem right now is I'm struggling with I know there's a higher power. There's something greater than me. I don't know what to call it now though. But Leah, if you are still watching, I want you to know you made a huge difference when we moved into this building, and you made sure that we felt welcome. So, thank you. And there's not much more to say than that. It's just, I don't know. I really kind of wish I wouldn't have clicked on this. I didn't think this was actually live. I was praying to God. This is actually not going to be live because I had this big action needed screen and now it just went minimized. Shit. This shit's really live. Anyhow, it is what it is. I am getting by day. And I'm thankful for the support and love that you guys are giving. Uh, I mean, I really, it really does help get me through. And the support for me starting this Buddy Hunter Empowerment group, or it's not group, Buddy Hunter Empowerment Guide. Look, I should even know my own page's name. I am getting strength from responding and helping people that I don't know. And that's what's been great. I've had from 3 to 10 messages a day, maybe half of those or people that I know and saying, listen, you touched me, and I don't know how you knew I was feeling this way today, or whatever post it was that I made touched them in a way that they responded in a private message. So I thank them for that. But the other half, these people that I have no clue uh, who they are. But let me just say directly to you, you are becoming my family, my friends, and I will always be there to support you because this video, yes, is on my private page, but I am going to, well, I hope, be able to save it and post over to my empowerment page. But the questions are very deep, and I have given responses the best I can because one thing I'm not ever going to do with you is tell you how to live your life because I can't do that. I will never do that. Only thing I can ever do is give you one-on-ones, but I can give you questions to ask yourself on what is best for you in that scenario. And each and every one of you have given a couple of you same type of scenarios, but each one of your questions that I've sent back to you have been completely different. And there's a reason for that. And it's because after I look at your page and I look at who you are, who you are, and who what you're broadcasting, who you are, um, deserves different questions. And every individual person, I cannot ask the same question to. I didn't go to school for me to give the exact same response to each one of you. Each one of you have questions that are designated for you to ask yourself to better yourself, help lift yourself, help get yourself out of a situation. And if I'm unable to uh, help or guide you out of a situation, let me just tell you, I got several actual influencers that have reached out to me, and I thank them that I actually guide people to um, for the simple fact that if you're dealing with a narcissist or someone that only, blames you, blames you, blames you, blames you, yeah, I can only take you so far, because all I want to tell you is I need you to um, get the guts to stand up and believe that you are worthy. And let me just tell you, right now, I don't care if you're dealing with a narcissist or uh, an asshole of a man or a woman. Every one of you are worthy. First off, you know why you're worthy? Because you're worthy of my love. And I love every one of you. But what you first need to realize is you're worthy of your love. Love yourself. Once we start accepting and loving ourselves, is when we start regaining our power. And once you regain your power, oh my God, the things you can do, uh, the things you can stand up for. That's why I tell you, send me a message. Um, I may not do an hour one-on-one with you because look, I didn't start my page to charge you, but I also can't do multiple hours with you for zero. Uh, but I'm going to guide you and get you and build you to the man or woman that you are. Believe in yourself. And even as I say that to you, I have to believe that in myself. Listen, this page isn't just about you guys. This page is about me too. I'm rebuilding. I'm learning. Um, I have the knowledge to know what I should be doing, but I don't always believe. And it's just because of fear. And so the fear of overcoming this, the fear of overcoming that, the fear of loss, the fear of being alone, the fear of being a third wheel. Um, those are all things that I'm learning to cope with. I don't have all the answers, and I will never tell you that I have all the answers because I don't. That's not what this page is for. If you came to my page um, thinking that I'm going to tell you what's right or wrong, then you came to the wrong page because I don't have that. And let me just tell you, if one person within any social context tells you directly what's right or what's wrong, then you're talking to the wrong person because they don't know. All of our lives are different, as I stated just a little bit ago. So each situation is different, and we all handle situations differently. What I can do for you is I'm praying that I can help build your confidence um, to a point that you start believing back in yourself, because I'm starting to believe back in myself. And what's funny is I don't even know why I lost it, because I've always done this. Uh, I think in my comments or bio or something, I had even wrote that Mark, at times we would go out and he would, and I can hear because we're not in a large space, but he would literally say, "Oh," and we lost Buddy for 30, 45 minutes. Um, and not that he was mad or anything, uh, but he knew that I was busy, because if I seen agony, um, fear, sadness, um, anything on someone's face, I am going to stop and ask you, "Are you okay?" Um, and the response typically was no. And then, because someone actually stopped and shared that they cared or asked the question, they would open up, and that's all they wanted. Sometimes it's just a matter of listening, and that's what I am. These big ears, I listen. I'm a very good listener. Um, but Mark was very attuned to, when we would go out, that I knew our love was strong enough to withstand me disappearing uh, and sitting with someone else for 30 to 45 minutes because they needed help. And as I said, the bar wouldn't be very large, um, but this buddy empowerment God page, all that keeps resonating with me is uh, him saying, "Yeah, there goes Buddy. That's my man." And whether it be a friend or the bartender or something, they're like, "Well, what do you mean?" He's doing what he does. He's helping somebody. So this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I guess I was afraid of fully And I'm still afraid of fully getting into it because I do get emotional. And I'm not going to ever hide that or be ashamed that I have emotions, especially dealing with someone that you get to know personally. And if once I get to know you personally, then yes, I'm going to care about you. I mean, I uh, I feel what you feel. I hate to use, I really do hate to use the word empath, but I feel what you feel, um, especially when we're talking. I mean, I can't even watch America's Funniest Videos because I don't find it funny someone falling down the stairs. All I feel is in the bottom of my sternum this intense pain of what they're going through. No one understands that, but that's okay. I don't need them to. Um, but anyhow, I was ending this video, what, 20, 30 minutes ago, and here I am still talking. Don't get me going because sometimes I don't shut up. I just really want to thank you guys. You guys, right now, without knowing it, my husband passes in 11 days from right now. Um, it is 6:25, and actually, I'm going to keep this video going until 6:32. So you got 7 more minutes of just listening to me talking, even if you aren't listening to me talk, which because I can see some comments, I do know that I am live. But at 6:32, in 11 days, will be the fight of my man's life, and he fought, uh, and the guilt that I feel over that. So let's just cover that real quick. So then that's done and over with. I feel guilty because uh, I heard him and I told him, I said, "How?" And I said, "I think you need to suction your throat." He turned his machine on. He suctioned his throat. At the end of this suction tube is a very hard piece of curved plastic. Um, Anyhow, I heard it hit his glass table. Maybe a minute and a half after I said it to him. And it was just a loud clink. Um, Make this short and sweet. Well, fuck that. There's nothing short and sweet about it, so let's not fake that. Um, Anyhow, I yell for Alexa to turn on all lights. And I am very thankful. If you guys don't have Alexa, she can be a godsend. And let me tell you, for some of you guys are my age, especially my friends, we are getting up there. Let me just tell you, we need some Alexa in our life. Yes, it might cost you $1.99 a month, but remember the saying, "I've fallen and I can't get up." Listen, that shit's real now. Uh, we're at that age where I've fallen and I can't get up. So you need to possibly have Alexa because you can yell for Alexa. Well, I'm afraid to say all the words because uh, this heifer is over here listening to me. So I can't say it all because then she's going to do it. But I can say her name and say 911, and that's what she does. And that's what she did for me that morning. Um, and as she did that, then I had 911 call down to our front desk. Um, and that way, front desk had the keys ready to come up and let EMTs and the police in because I was not going to stop my CPR um, to let them in because I was afraid if I stopped at all, then I was going to lose everything, which I did lose everything, but I wasn't going to stop. what I was doing. So everyone was already in order, and I mean, it's horrible that you even think the way that I do sometimes, but I am such a planner and um, methodical thinker that in my mind, even as I'm going through the worst trauma and I'm counting and giving breaths and suctioning, uh, I'm still talking to 911 and giving them orders on what they need to do and yelling out phone numbers. Um, I the only thing I will remember about the operator is them saying to me, "Buddy, he is terminal. He is stage 4. Is this worth it that you keep going because you are out of breath?" And I said, "I am fine." They're like, "No, buddy, listen, I can hear you. This is not going well for you. Is this worth it to keep going?" And I said, "Listen, this is the love of my life. It's worth every second." So, anyhow, um, I continued. I didn't know anything was happening to me at the time, and this is something else I haven't posted or talked about. Uh, and I thank God for Mark's cousin Jeff, um, who they also, I don't know if I contacted or they contacted, but he had just purchased in our condo in our building also. Uh, but was right here, and he instantly called in, and he's a doctor. And he called in, and he says to the MTC, I said, "Hey, listen, I really need you guys to look at him right now. There's something happening." Mark and I had always made a plan that we were going to go like the Notebook. And this is why earlier when I told you that I was selfish. Because if I would just let him go the way he was, but he was struggling, and so I couldn't do that. But if I would have just let that happen, then my heart was also giving out. Um, and they couldn't keep my blood pressure up, and so I couldn't even stand. I just collapsed. It wasn't even just fainting, it was just my blood pressure just stopped. So I remember the MTs talking to Jeff and telling Jeff, we're calling a bus for him too, right? Which God knows, I never even knew what EMTs was called a bus, but uh, they had put this machine on Mark and it was flattening like a fucking pancake. And then they're on top of me and they're trying to work on me. And, last thing you ever want in your life is that not only is your husband passing, but you are in a gurney yourself. You know, I talk about being drama. Shit. I don't know how much more drama queen shit I could be then at that point. Uh, but being let out right after him, and I couldn't even be outside the room while they were working on him because even though they worked on him for 20, I don't know how long, 20 plus minutes here, there was something obviously there from what I had done that they continued working, not here and not just in the ambulance, but they worked on him for 25 minutes at the hospital. And this is why I feel selfish, because he should never had the tubes and all that put down him. So when they finally were able to wheel me over to see, which before that, Jeff's just walking over about 20, 25 minutes. They come over and grab my hand. And I knew right when he grabbed my hand what he was going to say. But he told me, he says, it just pronounced him. First off, I want to thank Jeff too, because if he wasn't here, no, it's. But what he had to deal with that morning was not just losing his cousin, but also watching me go through that, because he treats me as I am his full blood cousin. And so I thank him for that. And he was so worried. Yeah, enough of that. It is now 6:34. Hey, at 6:34. I've been given CPR now for a minute and a half about. So um this isn't supposed to be a long video. I don't know. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I can't sleep anymore. My mind just races like you guys wouldn't believe. So, all right, I'm gonna read a couple of these comments, and then I'm gonna stop. Thank you, Leah. Yes, this is live, and for letting me know, because I did not know it was. Because, yeah, Regina. All right, Regina, again, good mornings and hugs and prayers for you, my friend, and thank you, and I love you. Susan Schaefer, let me just tell you, your comments lately, ow, they're deep, impactful, and touching my soul, not just my heart. They're touching my soul, so thank you. But you, bless your heart, you are doing good, buddy. Yes, grief is very hard. Uh, I don't know about it if it gets easier. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of not getting over this. And I guess maybe that's a fear that we all go through, that have lost their loved one or their spouse. Maybe it's something we all go through. And it does get easier, but right now I just don't see that in my future. I feel like I bring everyone down. I'm just a bad person because it's easier just to stay closed in my walls, so I don't make no one else miserable. All right, back to the comments here in a minute. Hold on. Compose your fucking ass. I told you, just like me being let out on a recording after Mark, fucking drama queen. I think it's even. I'm just crying even more because I just can't sleep. All I want to do, you guys, sometimes, if I could get 3 hours of solid sleep, I would be happy. And sorry about this. Oh, God, that's nasty. I just did that shit on live. Oh, whatever. I don't care. But I told you from the beginning, well, no, I told you on my Buddy Hunter empowerment page, you're going to get the real buddy. This shit isn't supposed to be happening on my personal page, but this is the only place I can actually post right now. I'll be glad when they open up my, I get enough people over on the empowerment page, so I don't do this on my personal page. My personal page is supposed to be happy buddy, the smiling buddy who holds on to pictures for several months and posts, and then you guys send me messages of, I'm so happy you're living your best life, and I look at these posts and I smile, and I'm like, if you only knew, I went out twice in the last 3 months, but one way or another, it's still for social media. First off, we're going to have a conversation about that soon. It's such a farce. We present to the world what we want them to see. And even what we want them to see, they're not necessarily seeing. We can be showing the true life, but for some, however, that life is better than theirs. And they are seeing that as a good life. But you could be miserable. So we'll get into social media one day. Again, sorry for all the crime. Blah 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 blah. All right. And yes, Susan, thank you very much. Bless your heart. You are doing good. I think I said that one. Grief is so hard. I did say that one. Cindy. Let me just say this. Sin. I don't know if you're still watching this. Um, Let me just tell you. Some of my toughest moments, she has helped me get through. Um, and recently she's going through her own things. And I had reached out, but she's really going through some things. And I felt, and this is on me, not her, I felt like she was upset with me. And this is how selfish I am. This is why I keep telling you I got to fix things. Because she has her own shit. And people can't always be there for you. And I have all of you, truthfully, that I know if I was to reach out and tell you I really wanted to talk to you, that you guys would be there. But I went through this whole freaking mindset. But if anyone's gonna understand, she's gonna understand, because what I just had recently, days before, just went through. I'm feeling abandoned, and I thought, because she just hadn't responded, because she's dealing with so much, I thought she was upset with me. And I take all this, and you internalize all this bullshit, and we all do it. We all got to stop this shit, because we cause ourselves our own harm, our own. We put our own mental health in jeopardy from us overthinking. Stop overthinking. Uh, listen, that's easier said than done. But if we can stop overthinking, or stop trying to make everyone else happy, because let me just tell you, first off, you're never going to make everyone else happy. And I have been a fucking people pleaser my whole life. Thank you for you guys, but let me just tell you, if I'm not responding to you, then it's a fuck you, because I'm done people pleasing. I can't make people happy, and it's not my job, nor is it your job to make anyone else happy. You know whose job it is to make you happy? It's yourself. Once we start believing in ourselves and giving ourselves our own self-worth, oh my God, our confidence goes up. We start believing, yes, I'm crying and having these emotions right now, but that's because I'm dealing with literally days of all this happening within 1 year ago. But I'm just telling you, you guys are all worth believing in yourself. Don't let your man, your woman, your parents, your brothers or sisters, your friends belittle you, because you are worth more than that. You are worth so much more than that. But you have to believe in yourself. And I am telling you, and I'm starting the movement now, Buddy Hunter Empowerment Guide. Forget the whole empowerment guide. Buddy Hunter believes in you. Because I know what? You guys believe in me. And so thank you for supporting me. I have your back. You have my back. And anyone that is not backing us, You know what I'm going to do? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that on camera. Yes, I did. Fuck them. Uh, anyhow, I appreciate so much support because I really didn't. I started the page thinking that I was gonna do a little grieving, and build myself from there, and also do what Mark always told me, and it wasn't just this that I was supposed to be doing. Mark always wanted me to do this. And when I say this, he wanted me to encourage and build people because he says, you are the biggest supporter of everyone. You don't doubt people. You give everyone the best chance uh, of who they are. And there have been some that maybe I shouldn't spend so much time building up, but everyone deserves a chance to build up. And I don't care if I got to start at ground zero. I'm going to get you from ground zero to at least ground level 5. I can't get you level 10. I always, you got to put in the self work yourself also. And that's what I'm doing with mine. I am putting in the self work. I know for a fact that I am 10 times better than I have been in months. And the things I just recently went through, I did not deserve. Um, I'm not going to go any further than that because I'm not. But I can tell you that I am a stronger Buddy M. Evan Hunter more. And even the night before, the night, I hate to say night before because to me it's all one. But Mark told me, he says, this hand right here, and he just kept rubbing. Baby, I need you to get Buddy M. Evan Hunter back. And I told him, I said, I don't know if I can get him back. And he told me, he says, you're the strongest man I know. You're going to get him back. And I'd be damned. It's taken me a while. But I am back. And let me just tell you, don't cross my path the wrong way. Because if you do, let's just say bye. Because let's say, and be honest, we're probably better without each other. I don't need you. I don't need no one to coddle me. I am a strong ass man. And I have survived and done things that you have never done for some of you, especially the ones that want to judge. You may have lost someone, but I've lost the same type of people, but you've never been what I've been through. And let me just tell you, you would literally break. You thought you broke before, you would literally break. My little 7 tears here or there, whatever. I am proud of myself. And let me say this. I don't say that enough. And Mark always told me, I don't give myself credit. And I don't. But what I am going to tell you now, I am proud of myself. I am proud of this rebuilding process that I'm doing. Only thing I'm not proud of, but I know I have to do, is turning that page. I'm not going to say I'm not proud of that. It's because I feel like I'm leaving the best thing that's ever happened to me behind. And so I don't want to fully turn that page. I want to put dog mark page on it because I got to go back to it. It's always going to be a part of me. And there will never, and I mean never, be anyone that can step into the shoes of the man that I have had, that I gave a chance to. I was blessed. I was lucky. And I hope for all of you that you all have that chance to find that type of love. Because we all don't have it. And you're not all going to have it. Uh, some of you, shit, it might take 3, 4, 10 of you. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Just shit. Just keep trying until you find it. But I was blessed on the very first chance to have a freaking amazing man that backed me, and even when I doubted my intelligence. And the only reason I ever doubt my intelligence is not because I am not intellectually smart, is because I was with someone with an IQ that was so freaking high. And the way he thought about things was, Jesus Christ. I mean, he was just so smart. So he made me a better man. And from me hearing him telling me to continue this journey that I'm on now, continues to make me a better man. And he's been gone almost a year. So if that doesn't tell you how good of a man he was, he's still impacting me and changing me today. Look, I was blessed. I hope every one of you are blessed, because everyone should have or feel this type of happiness that I did have, that I have. I will relive, will never try to replace. And everyone's like, look, you'll find love again. Come on, you got another half of your chapter to live. I don't need it. You know why? I lived the best years of my life. I had the best chapters. Sometimes, even when you're reading a book, you just stop because you don't even want to go any further. Because it was that good that you're afraid, and you already know if you go any further in that book, it's going to ruin what you had. So you stop. You dog ear it. You go back to it later. But you know what? You never go back to it because you want to live that dream up until then. And I lived it. I've had the best freaking life. Let me just tell you, Lord. I mean, and anyone that has been close to us knows that man spoiled me rotten. He wasn't great about giving gifts, but do you know why? Because he would tell me, oh, how am I going to buy you a gift? You buy everything you want anyhow, right? So not everyone's that blessed. I really am. I'm thankful. Let me just tell you, though, in this last year, though, I'm looking at myself now on camera. His damn ass has aged the hell out of me. I'm still not quite called my age, but look at all this. I mean, shit, all this was all tight before, and he aged the hell out of me. He wanted me to hurry up and look old. So, anyhow, last few comments real quick. Buddy, it's alive, Susan and Cindy. Like I said, Cindy, seriously, I seen your sending hugs, and we love you, and I know you do. I do, and I apologize for my message the other day. I just, with everything that has previously just happened, um, I'm internalizing a lot. So anyhow, I apologize for that. Cindy, Mark would have wanted you to try everything for him to have more time with you. I know, and I know I did the right thing that night, that morning, whatever. And listen, he fought. Let me just tell you. Obviously, part of him was still there because they fought here after they arrived, and they fought in the ambulance, and they fought at the hospital. And so part of him was still fighting to be with me, and he would never want to leave me this way. And he didn't. And we had that conversation that night, and that was his fear. We're just going to leave it at that. So, Maria, oh God, I haven't talked to you forever. Listen, I'm sending you hugs. You also, Cindy, love you. Lisa, oh my God, the good old days. Shit, I don't even think we were 21 back at the convenience store. Well, I know you weren't, but look, didn't hurt me taking a case or two of alcohol out of there. I believe me, you were far from ever doing that. So I'm sure my mom was very thankful that you weren't taking alcohol from her. But I did. Anyhow, another story. Shutting up before I keep incriminating myself. Susan again, breakthrough right there. You just said the key word. Make yourself happy. The rest will fall in place. Trust me. Lots of love. Once again, Susan, even any of your messages that you post on any videos or messages that you have sent seriously have resonated and touched me, and I thank you. Candy, fuck. Candy, I am so sorry. And I'm making this public because I have not reached out. But I've withdrawn from everyone and so much. I love you. There's so many of you. Not so many. Literally, I could count last one. Let's. I'm not gonna say names out loud because I don't want to piss people off. But there's probably 6 or 7 that mean the world to me. And you absolutely are in that top 5. You know that if you're not 1, 2, or 3. I'm not giving numbers directly to people, but Candy, you have supported Mark and I so much. And of course, I know your last name is now different. You know, shit. We come to your country ass wedding. You're still gonna be my yar. But I love you. And I thank you and Deb for coming down and seeing Mark. And Cindy actually was there also that night, that day. And us going out to eat. You took the time, and so I am really bad right now about reaching out and talking to people because if I talk to people, then that means I have to acknowledge my feelings. And as a guide, I have to acknowledge my feelings. I should actually be acknowledging my feelings, but it's easier for me to keep responding and helping others and pushing mine down. And obviously, even recently, once again, Sydney and I see Mandy had just posted a minute ago too. You guys will understand why I try to push those things down, and thought I was doing a good job, but obviously I didn't do a good enough job. And so you disappoint other people because you show emotion. Uh, like I said, it's not even been a year. I have done a pretty damn good job. And once again, I'm still going to say it. I am proud of Buddy Hunter. Bryant Keith Luca Hunter, better known as Buddy Motherfucking Hunter Moore. I am proud of myself because I have grown in ways in these last 3 months that I didn't even think that I had in me. So I'm thankful. I mean, I can honestly say out loud, I am thankful. And I didn't even think that I would ever get to that place. I'm not happy. I'm not going to lie and say I'm happy, but I am thankful. Um, I'm thankful for the 25 and a half years that I had. I'm thankful for the lessons I learned. I'm thankful for the friendships that we made because one thing that we always did have is amazing friendships and the best neighbors. Oh, God. I mean, if people could be half as lucky to have the neighbors or the friends that we had, then they already are blessed. So we started off just blessed by confirming and getting together, and uh, you guys all just reaffirmed that. So uh, I thank all of you for all of that. So um, can I just say this? This is for Cindy. Uh, you heifer. I have not been asleep for almost 48 hours. First off, I don't want to put family business out there, but I had a family emergency this week. I had to rush to St. Joe, uh, and that's as far as I'm going. And so, uh, no, I have not had any sleep. I think I probably had a total of 12 hours so far this week, and I can't sleep with my mind racing over Mark, which is new. This is like I've been able to rest, and all this is it's like I don't know, just everything's replaying. Um, I looking in there now, and I keep finding myself laying on the spot where he was at, and I don't know why I'm doing that. I mean, like seriously, psychology wise, everything I've learned, I'm like trying to figure out why are you doing that to yourself? Because it's literally torturing yourself, and I don't know. But yes, Cindy, just jump back to yes. I definitely need some under eye cream. Why don't you send it? You know my address. Make it the expensive stuff and make sure it gets rid of these dark ass rings underneath my eyes because this shit is becoming like dangerous. I don't even know how to fix it. I don't even know if as a man who is not afraid to, and I'll tell you, if I have a blemish or something, I'll put on a little foundation. There ain't no shit that's gonna help all this now. This just becomes so ingrained and deep. And look, do you see those wrinkles? Look at that. Like me and my doctor have to have a talk. I mean, I need this to be lifted. I mean, I'm supposed to be looking like I'm 30, not 51. Shit. Anyhow, um, anyhow, yeah, Cindy, thank you very much for pointing out my bags. And maybe you know what you should do. You should let me borrow that mask that your husband bought you when he went away on the NFL trip that you haven't probably used yet. Let me borrow it for 2-3 months, and maybe we'll see if it fixes this, we know it's going to fix you. I love you. I'm just joking, but no, seriously, let me borrow it. Anyhow, all right, breakthrough. Yep, love you too, Candy, Cindy. At your country ass wedding. You didn't have to repeat. Look, the bad thing about me is when you do get me on live, it is very unfiltered. And she did not have a country ass wedding. Well, she did. No, she had a Candy. You had a country ass wedding. I mean, we were in Burns, so it was a country ass wedding. But I loved it, and I love her. So, Cindy, you repeating it? Quit trying to cause trouble. You're stirring that pot, girl. Stirring that pot. Shit. Leave it alone. But no, literally, we got ready in Burns. All right, Lori. Oh God, Lori. Love you. We all are here for you, Lori. I know you are here for me. As with other Florida folk that were coming back for the service, I do know very well, and you sent me your cancellation. And I know you would have been here. And I know what you felt for Mark and I. But here's what we both need to hold on to is we literally had one of the best trips to the DR. And we had that with the four of us. So you and Tom, thank you. You made a memory with us. And that's a memory for you guys to hold on to and for me now. So I absolutely love you. I didn't finish reading your message. We all bring something to help. You and I know everyone would drop it. Yes, I do know that everyone, seriously, if I was to reach out, and here's the thing, if I was to reach out to people, I know you guys would be there. My problem is I am not good about asking for help or actually stating, besides this video, that I am struggling, fighting depression, fighting all this. This is all new. I mean, and once again, this video is not supposed to be on this page. This should be on my empowerment page because that's where I'm authentic, supposed to be authentic and raw. I just haven't hit my quota of people yet, so I can't post there. So once again, I'm hoping that I'm able to even download this so I can post it there. Because my personal page, which you guys are all part of, because you all are personal friends, this is supposed to be uplifting. My personal page is supposed to be about me being happy and all that. Even if I've not had the happiest of moments in the last 12 months, this page is supposed to be, my personal page is supposed to be me posting those, anything positive. Me doing this live was I couldn't sleep and I just kept having this dream of Mark saying, buddy, go talk. Buddy, go talk. And I could have went to YouTube and talked, but we all know, look, I'm struggling. Got 68 followers. I got more people in the damn comments than I got following me on YouTube. So I can't get you guys to hit a like, subscribe, or share button. But all these comments in this live, which another actual bigger. I got two bigger influencers that actually have reached out because they've liked my content and are in the works of doing possible collabs with because they are specializing in emotional things also, but a different type of emotional. So I've already done one, not video wise, but I did voice live with one. And literally, I mean, was for them to even reach out to me was touching to me. That shit, you know who I am. So that felt actually good. But all of it is growing slowly. Instagram and YouTube is very slowly, but this person actually is on Instagram and YouTube and sees that my YouTube is struggling, and we have talked on the phone and has given several much advice. Let's say that, and who knew it was so much about the actual picture, your cover picture of how your video starts, and also wording and your hashtags. My God, I'm so over hashtags. God, seriously, let me just talk. That's all I want to do. I just want to talk. But if I want to continue to grow, then I understand what I need to be doing. So it is nice, though, that I have had two people that have been inspiration to me. I reach out to me, so that's also nice. So I still keep laughing at Cindy. I'm so just going to, when I see you, I'm just going to slap the shit out of you. Seriously, at your country ass man wedding. All right, we are here. All right, so I'm going to help. Pam, let me just tell you, Pamela Felder, girl, all the way back to high school. Seriously, if I end up with someone besides Shannon, it probably was going to end up being Pam. Had a little thing, but listen, she ended up where she was supposed to be and has the most beautiful, beautiful children and has become such an amazing woman. Pam, God bless you. Seriously, you and your family. Nothing but the best for you guys. Lori, have you missed my snort for real? Or are you just saying that? Oh my God, I made it to the end. All right. Oh, look, I made it to the end. And then it tells me, look, I have bored you guys so much. I only got 5 people viewing me now. And you're like, fuck, he's still talking? Yes, I am. It's just me. I talk a lot. Whatever. I don't really care. Jump in, jump out, unfriend me. Don't care. Don't care. That's where I'm at anymore. Love you guys. Anyhow, this really has it's supposed to be a 30-minute video, and here I am at an hour and 48. It's 7:12. And we are waiting. Now, look, here I go. One more minute. Actually, no, it's 7:14 is when they pronounced it. But one way or another, here's the thing. I'm still here. Standing strong, standing proud, and I have all of you behind me, and I thank you. So we're not waiting until 7:14. We're going to end it before then because life continues. Turn the page. I love you all. I hope you guys all have a good night. Don't cuss me too bad as I sit here and look for I see it now. Even how to end this damn video because didn't know how to start my first live by myself. So I love you all. Much love. And from Buddy M. Evan Hunter, but even more from Buddy Hunter Empowerment Guide. If you haven't already, please go like, subscribe, comments, all that, But don't just do it over on Facebook. Do it on YouTube. Do it on Twitter, and also do it on Instagram. And I don't care about Snapchat. I don't do that shit, but it's there. But anyhow, I actually feel like my trazodone is kicking in. And Cindy, look, you need to really order the best under eye cream possible. I mean, these are really bad, especially when I'm close. Like, ooh, boogie. But let me just say this, and I'm not saying it in a bad way, but I guess I am saying it in a bad way. I look like this, but you should see some of my classmates. Shit, I've been blessed. I love you all. Have a good night. Bye.